You're doing everything you can to give your baby the best start in life. But what if I told you that some of the most common parenting habits, things you do every single day, are quietly interfering with your baby's brain development? I'm not talking about obvious dangers. I'm talking about habits that seem harmless, even helpful, but are actually limiting your baby's cognitive growth. In this video, I'll reveal 9 dangerous habits and show you exactly what to do instead. If you're ready to protect your baby's developing brain, stay with me until the end. Let's start with the one you probably already know, but might not fully understand. Excessive screen exposure, even educational videos, can harm your baby's developing brain. The first years of life are critical for neural wiring. During this time, babies need active engagement. They need talking, eye contact, back and forth interaction. When we use screens to entertain them, we replace these crucial interactions with passive watching. Their brain receives input, but it's one-directional. There's no responsive feedback, no emotional attunement, no real connection. Research shows that babies learn language and social skills from human interaction, not from screens, even interactive ones. What to do instead? Replace screen time with reading, singing, and vocal play. Talk to your baby constantly. Narrate what you're doing. Use screens sparingly, if at all, and never as a substitute for human engagement. Your baby's brain thrives on predictability and routine. Irregular sleep, constantly shifting nap times, staying up late, inconsistent bedtimes, disrupts the brain's ability to form stable neural connections. Sleep is when the brain consolidates learning, processes experiences, and builds memory pathways. When sleep is chaotic, these processes get interrupted. Plus, overtired babies have elevated cortisol levels. Chronic stress hormones can actually interfere with brain development, particularly in areas responsible for memory, attention, and emotional regulation. What to do instead? Establish consistent sleep times. Create a calming bedtime routine. Aim for predictable nap windows. Your baby's brain benefits enormously from this rhythmic pattern, leading to better cognitive and emotional development. Babies learn through back and forth exchanges. You coo, they respond. You smile, they smile back. You talk, they babble. This is called serve and return, and it's fundamental for brain growth. Some parents fall into the habit of letting their baby babble or play without responding, thinking they're fostering independence. But ignoring these cues robs your baby's brain of critical stimulation. Every time you respond to your baby's sounds, gestures, or expressions, you're building neural connections. You're teaching them that communication works, that they matter, that the world is responsive. What to do instead? Make it a habit to respond enthusiastically. Mirror their sounds. Ask simple questions. Encourage their attempts at communication. This mutual interaction builds synapses, language skills, and emotional security. When babies are constantly exposed to stress, loud arguments, harsh discipline, yelling, unpredictable environments, their brains are flooded with stress hormones like cortisol. Prolonged high cortisol can actually damage developing brain structures, particularly the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. These areas are critical for memory, learning, attention, and emotional regulation. Your baby's brain is reading the emotional environment constantly. When they sense chronic tension or fear, their developing neural pathways literally organize around threat and survival rather than growth and learning. What to do instead? Model calm, gentle responses. If you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to breathe before responding. Creating a peaceful, loving atmosphere helps your baby's brain feel safe, allowing positive neural development to flourish. The brain is an incredibly hungry organ, especially during infancy. It needs specific building blocks: healthy fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. Inadequate nutrition, whether through shortened breastfeeding duration when possible, delayed introduction of nutrient-rich foods, or reliance on low-quality processed foods, can limit brain development. Breast milk contains DHA, choline, and other neuroprotective factors that directly support neural growth. When breastfeeding isn't possible, ensuring formula and complementary foods are nutrient-dense becomes even more critical. What to do instead? Prioritize brain-healthy nutrition. Omega-3s, iron, zinc, whole foods. Feed with love and consistency. When introducing solids, choose nutrient-dense options over empty calories. Your baby's brain is literally being built from what you feed them. Brain circuits for vision, motor skills, spatial awareness, and coordination develop when babies move, reach, and explore. A dangerous habit is leaving babies on their backs all day or confining them too much in swings, bouncy seats, or other containers. Without enough movement and exploration, motor development slows, and related brain areas may underdevelop. Movement isn't just physical, it's cognitive. When babies reach for objects, they're learning about distance and coordination. When they crawl, they're building spatial awareness. When they manipulate objects, they're developing problem-solving skills. What to do instead? Make tummy time non-negotiable. Start with short sessions and gradually increase duration. Place interesting toys within reach. Use mirrors, let them reach, pivot, roll, and eventually crawl. Movement drives healthy brain growth, while safety is absolutely critical. Overprotecting can impair your baby's development of curiosity, problem-solving, and neural flexibility. Babies need to experiment. They need to touch different textures, drop objects, shake things, bang toys together. If every surface is immediately sanitized, every toy locked away, every exploration redirected, you remove opportunities for cognitive development. Your baby's brain learns through cause and effect. When I drop this, it falls. When I shake this, it makes noise. This feels rough. That feels smooth. These aren't just observations, they're neural pathways being formed. What to do instead? Create safe, child-proofed spaces where supervised exploration is encouraged. Offer age-appropriate toys with different textures, weights, and properties. Let them make safe messes. Let them discover. Their brain is learning with every exploration. Pacifiers and comfort objects serve a purpose. They can soothe and comfort. But overusing them, especially beyond infancy, can become problematic. When a baby always soothes via a pacifier instead of seeking social comfort, you reduce opportunities for vocal practice, self-soothing strategies, and communication attempts. Plus, when a pacifier is constantly in their mouth, they're not babbling, experimenting with sounds, or engaging in the vocal play that builds language skills. Extended use can also affect oral motor development, which impacts speech clarity later on. What to do instead? Use pacifiers strategically and in moderation. Limit usage during awake, interactive periods. Gradually reduce reliance over time. Encourage your baby to self-settle through other methods, rocking, singing, gentle touch. Give them opportunities to explore their voice and practice communication without a pacifier in the way. A quiet home where minimal talking happens around your baby is a massive missed opportunity. Your baby's brain builds language circuits when you describe what you're doing, label objects, narrate actions. Mommy's pouring water. Look, a red ball. We're putting on your shoes. Some parents fall into the habit of speaking very little or using only simplified baby talk. But research shows that babies benefit from rich, varied language exposure, full sentences, diverse vocabulary, emotional expression. The more meaningful language exposure your baby receives, the stronger their verbal, cognitive, and literacy foundations will be. What to do instead? Talk constantly. Narrate your day. Read books with expression. Ask questions even before they can answer. Sing songs. Use varied vocabulary and full sentences. Your voice is building your baby's brain. Let's be clear. If you've been doing some of these things, you haven't ruined your baby. You're human. You're learning. And now you have better information. The beautiful thing about the developing brain is its plasticity, its ability to change and grow. Starting today, you can implement these changes and watch your baby's development flourish. Out of these 9 habits, which one surprised you most? Which one are you committing to change first? Drop a comment below. Your insight might help another parent who's struggling with the same thing. If this video gave you even one useful takeaway, please like and subscribe. Share it with parents who want the best for their little ones. Remember, this content is educational and not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have concerns about your baby's development or health, always consult your pediatrician or a child development specialist. Your baby's brain is incredibly resilient and hungry to learn. With these changes, you're giving them the foundation for a lifetime of healthy cognitive and emotional development. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.